going on, everybody? My name is Johnny Fobbs. I'm a mortgage residential loans officer with Neighborhood Loans. This event today, man, I expected to see basically like a small panel, a couple of lunches being thrown out. But it was a beautiful event where there was a lot of history and there was a lot of homage paid to a lot of people that trailblazed for, guys like myself to come through and being able to experience what's going on in Fort Worth. So I was definitely pleased and just excited to be a part in what's going to go on in the years to come.
Hi, my name is Tiara Miles, and I'm the CEO and founder of Beyond the Surface Universal. We are an organization where we service students and adults of all ages, and we address adverse childhood experiences. So we have a girls program called Charm School 101, where we teach our girls about social and emotional learning competencies and skills and how to apply them to their lives. We also have Miles to Manhood, and it's a boys program that does the exact same thing for the boys. And so our HEAL program is servicing organizations and schools, and it helps them to become trauma informed. We want to address trauma, we want to get to the root of trauma, and we want to teach and show people how to heal. We also address all of our families, and we try to make sure that they heal from the inside out. And so here at the event, it was amazing. I think what I expected was exactly what was delivered. I felt like it was going to be a lot of people here. I thought that there was going to be a lot of different age groups, and I was really happy to see that there were younger people here. There are people that I've known and seen before, as I was a former member of the Fort Worth Chamber. And so it delivered exactly what I expected. And so here we are. It was a great experience, and I'm so thankful and grateful that I was able to be a part of it.
I'm Chris Ford with Teamwork LLC and Work On Me Incorporated. One of the things we do are naturally entrepreneurs, have our hands in a lot of different things, but we like to focus on youth development and career exploration. And with that, coming into this event, my whole goal was to really see who I could meet. So I really didn't know what to expect. I knew that there was going to be a lot of professionals in attendance, but to actually come and witness the Fort Worth Metropolitan Black Chambers of Commerce luncheon, their 42nd annual luncheon, was just a whole nother breed of just professionalism. Wonderful luncheon that brought, the who's of the Metropolitan Metroplex, I should say. And so naturally, the event had a lot of big powerhouses that were speaking. They gave out a lot of awards, but the opportunity to really connect with, these industry leaders, these professionals that are looking to, help in so many different facets, but in my specific area, to help the youth and the next generation, that was the beautiful thing. So I was really excited to be a part of this event today.
Generational connections for me is really literally passing the torch, and so we are receiving the torch from the older generation. And I think that it's very important because as we grow as a people, as we grow as a society, this is what has to happen in order for us to continue to thrive and to do well in entrepreneurship or just growing businesses and being able to service our communities. And so that is what I feel like generational connections are. And then why is it important for us millennials to be able to get, help from seasoned people and people that are of young age? It's so important because the seasoned people have been here before. They are the ones that started it. They are foundational to what we're trying to do as we carry on to the next generation. So as they pass the torch to us, it's our turn to receive, to do our part, and then for us to then pass it on to the ones that come behind us. And so it's continuous generational connection, continuous generational, what I say, wealth. And I'm not just talking about finances, but also just healing and, the whole person, and not just about, passing these businesses down, but also just the way of life to our next generation. So it's a continuous cycle, and that's why generational connections are so important to me.
Generational connections are so important because that gives us the opportunity to link the old with the new, primarily giving the old information and connecting that with the new vibe. And so social media the internet and how things are changing right now, but we need to be able to connect that with the knowledge from the past, because that is the basis and the standard of what we have going by. Being able to be in events like this to where you have a lot of trailblazers able to pass down information to us, that we are basically we're the middleman. We get to pass that down on to the younger generation and get to connect the dots, because even though as a millennial, we are the next up. You know, we are the ones that are transitioning to our mid-30s and going to our 40s and such. We are the primary buyers now and such. Baby boomers are starting to transition now, and they're going to be phasing out in the next 20 or 30 years. So we have to make sure that we pass down pertinent information for the younger ones to be able to continue to grow and continue to flourish. It's all about
Generational Connections is a coalition of leaders from all ages collaborating in a learn, share, grow process to better support professionals and the community. This group puts emphasis on understanding the different perspectives of each generation in order to engage in best practices of bridging the gap to better generational connections. Saying to look at generational connections and then to think of why is it important for us to network with the seasoned professionals and the young professional. I feel for millennials, and I can speak for myself, but just thinking about our age group, we have a lot of knowledge. So I feel like we are the ones that are in between, the ones that have the traditional understanding and knowledge from the old school, the seasoned professionals, but then we also were the ones that got a chance to be a part of all of the technology growth and integration. So with that, we have an understanding that the youth, the younger generation, they're 100% all technology, right? So I feel that it is our job and our mission to connect, because the knowledge of the seasoned professionals is something that we can't let go to waste or dissolve as we continue to pass those torches. And so me just being an advocate for that, I feel that it is my duty to connect with the seasoned professionals in order for us to gain that knowledge and not let that knowledge be lost as we continue to elevate in business and bridging that gap to the next generation. And that's for us to have this knowledge, understanding of technology, and being open-minded to grab the hand to the younger generation and be able to share that knowledge and for them to continue to pass the torch. So that's what I feel is the main reason we must make these generational connections or connect and network amongst the different age groups of professionals.